Well, hello, all you folks out there in YouTube land. Thrash Pondo here. And yes, I do still put out the occasional content. I know it's been a while, and I got no excuse, at least no valid excuse, at least no valid excuse you'd care about. But moving forward, I have content today. And the last time I was discussing the matter with the panel as to what type of content you folks would like, I get a lot of positive feedback on doing another creepy classic. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with this program, the way that works is I take an old song that everyone loves, or at least doesn't really understand the lyrics to, and I go over the lyrics in detail and illustrate just how really creepy the song is. Or as you young folk these days would say, cringe, or sus, or 6'7", which happens to be the year I was born, but that's another story. But in any event, I was going to present to you one of my favorite ska songs from back in the day, Party at Ground Zero by Fishbone, which again, people already know that song's creepy. But when you really deconstruct it and put it up against the music video, which has all kinds of symbolism and imagery, and it's just delicious. It's really a great addition, which I'm not adding today. So, you know what? I will bring it to you eventually. So, your homework for right now, or today at least, at some point, is to go out and watch the music video for Party at Ground Zero. Today, I'm going to bring you something else. You see, I stumbled upon something last night. I was imbibing, one could say, and I was having a couple of Sam Oktoberfests and a couple of Modeos and a couple of Silver Bullets, or what I call the Lone Ranger meets the werewolf cocktails, and playing my music as I'm apt to do, and I stumbled upon an old hit from way back when that I always loved, and it's PJ Harvey's Down by the Water. Now, I had always interpreted this as just sort of like an old lounge style, maybe modern day beat poetry. Never really meant to take the words all too seriously. Well, you are, in fact. In fact, when I did a little digging, this song is a wowzer. Oh, I have to apologize in advance, by the way. As you folks know, I avoid religion and politics as though they were yard work. I'm going to have to tap dance around some religious overtones just in the clinical context of the story. Those of you who are easily offended probably don't watch this channel in the first place. So, moving forward, basically, the story is it's a religious fanatic. I won't say which religion, you can figure that out by yourself. But this lady is a religious, what one would call a proselytizer. And she has a teenage daughter who, by unfortunate hap, oh, how would one say this tactfully? Well, she's entering into a phase which my grandmother referred to as profound promiscuity. And the mother does not approve. And while confronting the daughter on this matter, while they just happen to be walking over a bridge in a wave of divine avenging angel mode, I guess you'd call it, the mother decides that she is going to thwart the daughter's unreligious attitudes and push her off the side of the bridge and into the water where she drowns horribly and graphically. Now, here's where the story kicks in. The mother, flying in the face of a particular commandment that jumps to mind, one of the top 10, actually, but the mother has an experience of regret for her actions, understandably, and basically has sacrificious remorse. And first, she calls upon her deity to bring her daughter back. Sort of like something out of the Ten Commandments. So you really should see this movie too, by the way, but that's another story. Where it's like, please bring my child back. And well, the prayer is not answered, as my grandmother would have said. God answers all prayers. Sometimes the answer is no. So that doesn't work. And then, out of sheer frustration, she sees the fish in the water and starts calling to the fish bring my daughter back because she's actually gone completely crackerbox cuckoo at this point and is basically just there in a puddle of her own despair and regret and lamentation, screaming to the fish to save her daughter's life. And you know what? Wow. You know, and she sings it very angelically. It's a beautiful song, which is beautifully well sang, and PG Harvey put a lot of effort to it. But when you actually know what she's singing about, it's like you can't watch it the same way again. Huh. And there's a message in there for all of us. That is to say, while a lot of people get a lot of strength out of religion, it's probably not a good idea to force it upon others. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. Anyway, I think I've tap danced with an issue long enough. I would just like to say I am going to have more content, or fail in the attempt. We're going to do Fishbone. I'm also putting a little something together for Mr. Joe Walsh, but I'm saving that as also a surprise, even though I just blew it. But anyway, check out tonight. We're going to have another one of our very famous Battle of the Dad jokes, and that will be broadcast on several platforms. And don't forget, Sunday night I have my normal show with friends, and I'll be broadcasting tomorrow morning. Tug and Danny, and sure there'll be others, are going to talk sequels that were in some cases better than the original film in a franchise. It won't be a long talk, I promise. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who watch this in rebroadcast 6 months from now, none of this timetable will mean anything to you. But you know what? Go and watch all those in replay as well. Anyway, I'm starting to babble. What else is new? So I will leave you with this. Until next time, be good, be safe, be careful. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again very, 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 very soon. Peace.